And we move on to 157. It's going to be number 5 ranked Alec Pantaleo against Griffin Parriott of Purdue, as he found himself on his back there quickly in this match.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier on in the broadcast, never give up your back. That is a golden rule that each wrestling coach will tell you isn't even really something that's talked about, because it's a golden rule that you just don't willingly give up your back for any reason. And it looks like Parriott did there just for a second.
Pantaleo, redshirt junior, 7-2 on the year from Canton, Michigan. One of the top wrestlers in the country, and I mean, just by the eye test, you can see it. He just seems like the exact build of somebody from his weight class.
Yeah, very interesting career he's had. Wrestled his freshman and sophomore year and then actually redshirted last year. So he comes into this season officially a redshirt junior.
Parriott lost his first match today against Princeton by fall. And on the other side, last time out, Pantaleo beat Brandon James of IU 22-6 for a technical fall. Still no score as we approach a minute to go here in the first period. Really strong, impressive move there.
Great two-leg takedown by Pantaleo.
So we're going to pause for a minute as we get some blood.
Not sure who it's coming from. I think it was coming from Pantaleo.
Yep. Looks like the forehead of Pantaleo. We've had quite a bit of blood here in this match today.
Yeah, it's usually we see your most common is your bloody nose and bloody lip. That happens quite a bit, but we saw Lemix got blood out of the back of his head. We've got off the forehead of Pantaleo.
Looks like it's all cleaned up here, and we're back ready to wrestle. 2-0 lead here for Pantaleo. Impressive escape there from Parriott as he cuts the lead in half. See if he can get some offense here and gain some confidence and some momentum against a top 5 opponent. Shot there from Pantaleo, fought off by Parriott as he's trying to stay heavy on the back of the head and keep his head down to the mat.
Both wrestlers trying to gain inside control. Parriott hangs his hat on being very fast. He doesn't slow down. He's always taking quick shots, quick hand movements.
So that concludes the first period. Pantaleo 2, Parriott 1. And Parriott will start down here in the second period, looking to tie it up with an escape. Goes with the same move he went with last time, which is that quick little flip of the hips. And it works once again, so it's now 2-2. It's the only thing so far, it seems, that Pantaleo has unable to figure out and to beat. Parriott fakes a shot.
Pantaleo just does such a good job of resetting, keeping himself under control. It looks like he's just not fazed by anything that Parriott's throwing at him. He's able to calm himself down, reset, assess his position, assess Parriott's position very well. Very experienced wrestler.
Seems to like to keep his hands on the head of Parriott and able to snap him down there. And Parriott's in a tough position here as he's trying to fight it off, and so far doing a great job. Pantaleo knows he's got Parriott where he wants him. He's just trying to.
Pantaleo is just so fast.
Yeah.
And that 10-second, 15-second span, Pantaleo, I mean, props to Parriott for fighting him off.
That's really good.
Keeping him from getting the takedown. But Pantaleo just that was one of the quickest responses I have seen in a while. Pantaleo's ability to try and work around Parriott, he just wouldn't give up.
And like you said, every move he made, even though it was super fast, was very under control. Like, he knew exactly where his body was going. And, I mean, props to Parriott for able to not give up the 2 points on the takedown, because he looked like he was in trouble like 3 times.
Yeah, his ability to change position, to change his momentum, because he was just going back and forth. He would try one side, it wouldn't work, so he'd flip to the other side to try and catch Parriott off balance. And as we said, props to Parriott for being able to fight that off, because that was quite the round of attacks from Pantaleo.
And most of the time, his eyes were at the mat, Parriott. So in order to be able to fight that off without even really being able to see what was going on is very impressive. Well, we clean up the blood again, so we're back to action. Still 2-2 here, 30 seconds to go. If you're Purdue's coach, Tony Ersland, you have to be happy with the effort so far from Parriott coming back after the fall in the first match today. Once again, to fight off the takedown there is incredible.
And it looks like the Michigan Michigan coaches are going to challenge whether or not that was a takedown. I think they have a case.
I do too.
Because it looks like Parriott got put on his back, and it was, even though it was bang bang very quick, I think he's got a case to be made for a takedown in favor of Pantaleo.
Now let me pick your brain on this one, Hunter. So with 2 seconds left, let's say that they do give him the takedown. Will Parriott then get the escape point? Because they were back to neutral.
He won't be given the escape point. If they give the takedown, then they'll go into referee's position at this restart.
Okay.
And Parriott will go down.
Wow. Okay.
Unless in these situations, and if there's a challenge, if they restart, they'll restart in neutral.
Yep.
If Pantaleo is given the takedown, they will go into referee's position. But Pantaleo does have the option to restart in neutral position, giving the 1 point escape. However, like you said, with 2 seconds left, he'll probably just choose to let Parriott go down and try to keep him down for 2 seconds to ride out the rest of the second period.
If he does get awarded that takedown, it's going to be a tough break for Parriott, because when that challenge was in, they were neutral.
Yeah, it's very tough, because and that's a very good question to ask is, if he did get the takedown, then
do you get the escape? I don't know.
Does he get the escape?
Yeah. Or is it deemed dead after they look at what they challenged? I see what you're saying. It'll be very interesting to see what we get out of this, and I think that's why they're taking a really long look at it.
Yeah, I think when we get the call here, we'll get a little bit of an explanation from our PA announcer.
Yep.
Meanwhile, similar situation with volunteer coach Jake Souflon, Tyrell Todd over there talking to Parriott. Meanwhile, Pantaleo just kind of walking around, keeping it to himself. And it looks like they're not going to give him the takedown, so we'll go back to neutral.
So twos are wild here, 2-2, 2 seconds left in the second period. So with that, Griffin Parriott has the number 5th ranked wrestler in his class on the ropes here to start the third period. Pantaleo will start down. Match tied 2-2. Great back pressure there by Pantaleo to stay with his base, and a really nice roll through there.
very impressive roll by Pantaleo to be able to roll out of that. And it looks like Parriott, he rolled and Parriott just didn't know what to do.
Yeah. He didn't want to follow because you never know what's going to happen next. So I guess you just.
If you follow in those situations, you end up getting your weight off balance. And Pantaleo would have done a very good job of reacting to that and using that momentum to put Parriott on the ground.
So instead you surrender the 1 point instead of giving up the 2 for the reversal. And Parriott still 1 move away from taking the lead here if he can get a takedown with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the match. Both wrestlers go back to using those heavy hands and trying to get inside position. At what point do you, as Purdue's coach, start saying, hey, we got to start taking some chances here?
I mean, it's about probably 30 seconds ago. So
yeah.
He was probably getting, 2 to 3 riding times not going to be a factor.
No riding time, yep.
So you got to start taking some chances. I mean, you have nothing to lose.
Yep.
Especially when you're down.
And the strength of Pantaleo taking over, getting those 2 points, and pretty much putting this match out of reach now for Parriott. And it was just one of those situations where he had him in a bear hug, but that bear hug was not going to hold on enough to roll through and get the 2 points.
Yeah, and I'm sure when he hit the mat, that did not feel good for Parriott.
No.
15 seconds left. He really needs to get an escape here. Don't worry about the reversal. The escape is what's important, so you can get the takedown. Very quick move by Pantaleo. Try and get some back points, but not able to do so.
So Pantaleo wins the match by a score of 5-2. So Pantaleo gets the decision, and if you're Tony Ersland, coach of Purdue, you have to be happy with that effort, especially a bounce-back effort after a tough first match of the day for Parriott getting pinned against Princeton.
Yeah.